short time ago sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Carter on 3rd down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Off-play action. Carter completes it to Fant on the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll give it to Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Let's go. Big C.
Here's Carter on 1st and 10. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On first down, Carter sets up the screen to Gordon. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Carter. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he's brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The pass there complete to Sutton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Carter now to throw on 3rd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Cincinnati. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
14, Broncos 10. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Baron Browning, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow, flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
McPherson's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go, D. Cowboy 80. It's going to be a long day. Mustang 19.
Now Carter to throw on 2nd down. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he stopped immediately there. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Carter. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Quarterback, don't get hit. Check. 19 line. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. 6 man. Check for.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
Looking to throw. Carter. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Pat Surtain up to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 18. At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins. his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Carter. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw is Carter from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This is the tight end fan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Cincinnati. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion. And
that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Squib kick picked up near the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.